So here are some top tips on obtaining a grant for your business. First, identify the potential projects you plan to undertake which might attract a grant. For example, training, innovation, relocation, or job creation. Contact sources of information on grants you might qualify for. For example, your local business link, your trade association, and grant websites. Make sure you have funds available to invest in the project. Grants can typically only cover 15 to 50% of the costs of any project. For large projects and grants, consider using a consultant, but do negotiate their responsibilities and their fees carefully. Identify the key constraints of potential grants. For example, how much funding you will need to provide and what the project must achieve. Contact the administrator of appropriate schemes for guidance on what funds are available, whether you might qualify, and how to apply. Assess whether it's worth applying. Consider your chances of success, the time and effort of the application, and when you might get the grant. Establish timescales. Check whether undertaking any preliminary work on the project will adversely affect your chances of receiving a grant. Submit an application. Now, typically this should include a project description and plan, how it matches the scheme's objectives, and some costings. For some schemes, be prepared to submit a more detailed application if you get preliminary approval. Sell your project. You should emphasize the project's benefits, why you need the grant, and how your background and expertise will make it a success. Check any conditions the grant provider imposes, for instance, targets you must reach before payments are made, how the money can be spent, and what records you must keep. Check the payment schedule and plan your cash flow and financing to cope with any payments made in arrears. And here are some do's and don'ts when you're considering a grant. Do identify planned projects which might qualify and get information on relevant schemes. Assess your chances of success before investing in the application process and prepare a detailed project plan and costs. Explain how your project meets the scheme's objectives. Don't take on unsuitable projects just because a grant is available, or underestimate the delay in obtaining support from some schemes. Don't ignore the need to plan the project's cash flow.